On this episode, I'm going to build a bridge capable of supporting 70 tons in less than an hour.
This is like an erector set for grown-ups.
And I'm going to do it while people are shooting at me. Of course, I'll have a little help from the Seabees,
Fire!
the Navy construction force that you should know a lot more about.
The hard part's yet to come.
It's a miserable day in Mississippi, but the conditions are perfect for a training mission with the Navy Seabees. The plan is to meet them at their campsite and help them build a bridge. This is a real functional bridge, or is it all part of an exercise?
No, it's this. They're going to build essentially the type of bridge that they would build in a real-world scenario.
So when they're done, they leave, the bridge stays?
Oh, sorry, no, this is for
They're
training.
taking the bridge?
Yeah,
Okay.
they are.
Is this their camp? Is this where they live year-round?
I believe so. I mean, I don't know. Taylor, do you know the answer to that?
Well,
I think
the camp
so.
that they're in right now, this is like a deployment mission scenario. It's obviously to go in, build a camp, secure a perimeter, build foxholes, be on alert. And they have the people that go around and they essentially grade the performance to see how they react to everything, making sure that they follow the protocol.
As usual, Taylor is better prepared than I am. But the bigger question is, who exactly are the Seabees? In a nutshell, they're construction workers with guns who just happen to work for the Navy. They're plumbers, electricians, masons, carpenters, and engineers. They go in right after the Marines have taken the beach to make everything work. According to their motto, the Seabees build and the Seabees fight. And according to history, they've lived up to their motto. Born out of the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Seabees have been around since World War II.
The Navy created Seabee, whose answer always is can do.
They've built airfields in the South Pacific and hospitals in Africa, and lots of what I'm seeing today, a forward operating base camp, much like the ones they constructed in Afghanistan.
What's up, guys?
In short, the Seabees are the skilled tradesmen of the armed forces, and as such, they have some very interesting ranks.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
How are you? I'm BU3 Coon.
D3,
BU3 Coon, Petty Officer Coon.
P3,
BU3.
BU,
That's
Wait a
a
minute.
builder third class.
Builder, BU.
Yes, builder. Third class, E4. Just kind of technical.
What do you build?
That behind you, sir, the heavy timber bunker we just constructed yesterday.
Yeah?
All the galley floor decks we did.
They keep you busy.
Very busy, sir.
All right, great. Where
We got
to?
a box full of goodies for you.
Oh,
over here,
thanks.
sir. All your nice, comfortable gear that we get issued. This is here for you.
Well, it's like
Nice
Christmas.
pair of steel-toed boots.
Great.
Your vest.
Look at that, you got my name and everything. This is what, 30 pounds?
Easily.
Pants, blouse, fleece, whole spiel.
Great. Where do I go? Just do it right here?
That's your tent right there. Right there, that's what we get dressed in. If you lay down, it's a whole lot easier.
Right.
Plenty of room in
At least it's not raining yet.
Did anybody ever knock? You guys have been sleeping in here for a couple of weeks?
Couple of weeks. It rained real good about a week ago, and there was a river running underneath it.
Well, you guys are Navy. You like water, right?
We're dirt sailors.
Dirt sailors?
Yeah. I try doing it in the dark.
I think his vest might be too small for you.
Of course it is.
I'm gonna have to yank on you a little bit.
Yank on me.
Put your arms up.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
I thought we were building a bridge. These guys have been out here training 24 hours a day, in the cold, in the mud, in the rain, for 2 weeks. We sent a camera crew out last night to see what they were up to, and the mission was to construct a sentry bunker man the bunker, and secure a perimeter around the camp. Then, defend it against enemy attack.
You're dead.
Or, in this case, get killed while trying to defend it. Today's mission is to build a bridge over an impasse so heavy gear can get to a vertical takeoff and landing site. My guide for this part of the mission is Chief Equipment Operator Lee Wood.
How long you been in?
15 years, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Love it?
Oh, yes. Because of these people right here. This is what motivates me.
And why do you train in this particular way? I mean, obviously this is real world.
Yes. We train this way so that once we go anywhere we need to be, something happens, we know how to bail out and protect everybody. So we're hauling bridge material, we're hauling the personnel for the bridge material, we're hauling their water, we're hauling their food, their clothes, their tents, everything they need to sustain themselves.
Which is why this convoy needs to expect the unexpected.
We're on fire! We're on fire! We're on fire!
The military takes simulations very seriously, which is why I always feel a little out of place being dropped in the middle of one. Basically, I'm baggage. I know the guns are firing blanks. I know that guy's not really dead. But these guys treat the whole process as absolutely real, partly because they're being evaluated, and partly because it's their best hope of surviving a real-world ambush. The enemies are soon vanquished, and the embedded knucklehead is escorted back to safety. And when the smoke clears, I'm now being escorted by Lieutenant J.C. Sasser.
Did you survive?
You know what? I think so. Everything's still attached.
The lieutenant is going to leave me and the sailors in this truck on the actual bridge building part of the mission, and I will enlist the lieutenant in building a bridge to the next act of the show.
Why don't you give us an act break?
So how does that happen?
You need to say something right now, Lieutenant, that's going to make the casual viewer think, I'd be a fool to turn the channel. What's coming up looks so exciting, I can barely wait to see it.
So short and quick.
Yeah. But snappy and
Right.
provocative.
Provocative.
So, for instance, it could be something like, when we come back, there's going to be more gunfire. Who knows if the rain is going to stop? The stakes are high. Something stupid like that.
All right, so when we get back, we're gonna hop out of this money mess and erect the bridge and knock out the mission.
Well, if you're just joining us, we're at Camp Shelby right now with some Seabees. We're trying to make our way to a location where we can build a bridge, but if you haven't noticed, it's raining and cold and muddy.
All right.
So do you have a call sign yet?
I don't have a call sign.
You don't have a call sign. Well, over the radio, we can't say your name.
Why?
We can't let the enemy know who we are.
So
Please, call signs.
what do they call you?
So I'm Tater.
Tater?
Tater.
How'd you get that name?
It's my dog's name.
And he's like a little tater tot.
What's your call sign? Diva. All right, what's it?
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan, because you always look so put together and fancy.
That's right. Gotta do the hair.
I want to see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you don't get that cut by accident, do you? That's
Ask B1 what his call sign is.
Bilbo. As in Bilbo Baggins.
like now, how'd you get that? I can't see it, but are you oh, you can stand up in here. I get it. So I need a call sign.
Right.
Princess.
Princess? That's rough.
Do you have any defining features?
I broke my toe, and to this day, if I try and curl my toes on my right foot, the middle toe goes dead left. Everything else goes down. It's like a total freak show.
Dead left it is.
Dead left?
That is awesome.
And just like that, I'm dead left.
Whether one's call sign is comedic, like Bilbo's, or tragic, like mine, they're sobering reminders that this is dangerous work, where just talking on the radio can be a matter of life and death. So now it's time for old Dead Left to pitch in and help build a bridge.
Bridge crew on me, let's go!
In front of an audience, it seems, that may or may not approve.
Everybody see what's going on? We got civilians in the site. You stay vigilant.
So what's this signify?
Right now, we just showed up to the site where we're helping out the local populace. It appears they're doing some sort of protest. It could be they don't understand why we're here,
right,
or they don't want us here. But we still have a mission to do. They don't appear to have any weapons or pose any threat, so we're going to carry on.
And that's typical of what you'd run into out in wherever.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How are you? Keep an eye on them, fellas.
The sentry's job is vital. They protect the builders during construction. And it's not as easy as it looks.
Just to stand to watch, you know?
Stand to watch.
It's a whole...
Well, it's 12 on, 12 off. Some guys do 16 on, 8 off, and then during that 8 off, you still have other drills that interrupt your sleep for an hour or so at a time.
It's such a basic thing, people don't think about it, but to stand to watch properly is just a whole nother set of muscles.
Exactly.
Building a bridge all by itself is obviously a huge pain in the neck, but when it's cold outside and when it's raining, the task is complicated, and when the locals show up to protest your very presence, the task is complicated, and when insurgents are firing guns at you, the task is incredibly further complicated, and all that is an attempt to be simulated right now as we actually bridge this crater. We want to document this as best we can, so you all know Chris Jones. You're going to see a lot of Chris Jones as we put this bridge together. He's not going to look happy because he's not going to be getting the audio he wants, but he's going to be on the scene with his boom. It's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of technical challenges, but all we really want to do is make sure we understand how you build a bridge over a crater. This is it. It's all coming together for me. I was confused before, but now I get it. This is the job, this is the task. A giant crater is in the road. Our forces need to get from here to there. The Seabees have to come in and build a bridge. It's really simple. Everything else is a simulation, just to create the best real-world circumstance that we can have. So, yeah.
So how do you build a very sturdy bridge in under an hour?
Bilbo's got a bridge building manual, and this chart tells him specifically which pieces he needs.
This tells you the nose we're going to use. Then move to build, right? So we're going to go to A.
Well, according to the book, we're basically building a big metal box with something called a bank seat beam on each end, connected by 6 interlocking bays. Then, a piece called a light launch nose is attached to the box to give it length. Then, the whole thing is shoved across the gap on a series of roller beams. In theory, it's pretty simple.
I believe at this point in the process, we're grabbing large pieces of steel and walking them through the mud. Handles?
1, 2, 3.
The bank seat beam, it's 1,100 pounds, critical part of the bridge.
In reality, it's an hour of backbreaking work in a foot of Mississippi mud.
Absolute topographical nightmare. You can see how crazy dangerous this is. Is this the roller? This is the roller thing, right? The roller bar?
1, 2, 3. Right there.
Bringing the nose. All right, so that's the light launch nose going over the bank beam. Steady.
Very slick.
It's just slicker than snot out here, so this stuff is zigging and zagging. They're trying to adjust the light launch nose. Right there, they're over the roller bar. This is your bank beam, of course. It's all coming together.
Make sure it hooks at the top.
There's no more notes. So now we're doing boom. So now we boom to 1P2, then we add bay 3, boom to 1P7, add to bay 4, boom to 2P3, bay 5, boom to 2P7, bay 6.
Are you getting this? Just want to make sure you're absolutely getting it. This is it, man. This is the whole deal. This is the job. Your ability to read this book, execute this book, manage these people, and not get shot. That's it. Pretty rudimentary, really.
Down and back.
2-pin lock! Pin in! This is like an erector set for grown-ups, man.
It is.
We're building a bridge across a crater in order to bring vital supplies to some unappreciative villagers. The conditions are less than optimal. It's wet, it's cold, and it's muddy. On the upside, I get to carry heavy things.
I'm bringing literally 3 hours of experience to this whole process.
Anything helps.
Nice and easy.
I'm in no rush.
All right.
We got another inch. There we go.
The pin doesn't go in, the bridge doesn't go across. The bridge doesn't go across, the trucks can't roll. Trucks don't roll, the supplies don't make it to the villages. Villages don't get supplies, protesting erupts, insurgents comes out, dogs and cats living together. Gotta get the pin in.
Not light. No.
So this is totally balanced.
That's all right. Let it go. Let it go. So this is your landing roller.
This guy?
Yep. You're gonna step onto that launch nose and then walk across.
Step on the launch nose. Got it.
We just gotta make sure we don't fall in the gap.
No, we're not gonna fall in the gap.
Now, last time we built this bridge, I fell in the water at our training site. This is the hairy part.
Yeah.
You see how I fell last time?
Easily. Oh my.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Can I slide it? Or you have to
set
walk
it down and slide it. Now you gotta step around it. So you got long legs. I'll just turn around and walk down the launch nose.
Could have gone really, really wrong.
All right, lift up a little bit. Right where my foot's at. Lower it. All right, we're good. Now we're gonna push.
How we looking, sailor?
We're good.
We're building a bridge.
Now that the bridge is landed, you can add the ramps on each side. Once the ramps are added, then you add the decks and the curbs, and the bridge is finished.
Inches, man. It's a game of inches. That's really heavy. And what you have here is a codified system. You walk the deck up on the left, you make the pivot, you put your part of the deck down, you walk across the part of the deck you just put down, then you come down the other side of the bridge. If everybody's doing their job and there are no TV cameras in the way, it goes pretty quick.
Okay, so the bridge is done. But that just means the mission continues on the other side of the bridge.
The hard part's yet to come.
We've completed the bridge, and now we have to clear the field. So we're going in with weapons. We don't like to fight, but sometimes you got to. And then we will be a react team. So if a casualty happens, we will have you go out there with a stretcher, pick up that person.
Why am I the only one without a gun?
All the way across?
So this is basically a sweep then?
Yep.
If I've learned anything about simulations, it's that if usually means when. See? What'd I tell you?
All right, move!
The Seabees also have to do some basic medical training. This also requires a few volunteer victims who are committed to making things as real as possible.
Fairly realistic training.
And this guy is really committed.
He's good.
Seriously, if there were an award for this, I nominate him.
Stay with me. Be strong for yourself. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. We're gonna help. We're gonna get you out of here. You hear me? I don't feel my fingers.
He really goes for it.
The Seabees are quite possibly the least heralded group of our military heroes. They can build a bridge, they can defend a bridge, and they can save your life. Just ask Jose Colon Rosario.
This is Jose. He was playing the part of one of the victims. May I say, sir, that was an amazing performance.
Oh, thank you.
Do you do this a lot?
I've been doing this for about 10 years. Plus, I also spent 21 years in the military. So,
what branch?
Army. I was in Special Forces.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Jose, you must really love the military. 21 years in Special Forces, you finally get out, and now you're doing this?
It's a way to give something back.
How cold are you right now?
I'm cold. I need a cup of coffee.
As you can tell, the guys up here are putting the curbs on the bridge. We're close, man. We're getting close.
All right, 1, 2, 3, lift, go! 1, 2, 3.
Anyhow, that's how a bridge gets built. One piece at a time. It's not exactly glamorous, but it's kind of important. And it's a pretty good example of teamwork and, you know, esprit de corps and all that stuff. So, Bilbo, this is the part where we see if it works.
That is correct.
I think it worked.
You successfully launched your first bridge.
That's the official. I didn't build it. I launched it.
Launched it.
I launched a bridge.
In a few hours, I'll be warm and dry, back in my hotel room, basking in the glory of my very first bridge launch. But these Seabees, they'll still be out here in the cold mud to complete their month-long mission, because that's what Seabees do, and they've been doing it for a very long time.
We've been at it since World War II. Yeah. We were hired originally to reclaim the Pacific through logistics support and building base camps and airfields. And every major conflict since then, we've been building and fighting. Whatever the mission is, we can adapt, and we can do anything from peacetime operations where we go into a village and build a water well or a clinic and shape the hearts and minds and influence that way, or we can survive in major combat operations as well. Our adversaries, they can have a lot of forces, they can have equipment. One of the things that's hard to replicate is our culture and our can-do spirit. And,
character, man. Either I got it or you don't.
To sum up, the Seabees build, the Seabees fight. Without them, our military would have a serious infrastructure problem. In my short time here, I've witnessed their can-do spirit firsthand. These dedicated soldier builders constantly train for whatever might come their way, and they do it all with a cheerful heart.
It occurs to me that everybody's got a song, you know? The Army's got a song, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, so do the Seabees. I hadn't heard it before. I'm betting you haven't either. So now for the first time, certainly on this program, it's the Seabees song. Take it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
A few seconds after the Seabees finished this rendition of their official song, a few of the guys pulled me aside and said, "Here's the thing, Mike. We can fight and we can build, but singing, not really our thing." After reviewing the tape, I can't disagree. So, if you want to hear the Seabees song sung the way it was made to be heard, check it out on YouTube. And the next time you sing the praises of the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces, don't forget the ones who can build as well as fight, the Seabees.
Hoorah! Hoorah!